Dwayne Laughlin here for my YouTube channel, or I should say our YouTube channel, because it's all about those who are gospel magicians and Christian illusionists. Today I have a routine for you with the classic square circle. I believe this is a terrific prop. I know there are some magicians who put it down, and I think the reason they do is they do not understand proper handling. Magic really is never about the prop, it's about what you do with the prop. And if you do with this particular prop what can be done, it's an absolutely wonderful effect, it's great magic, and in this case it's a really fun lesson. I say to the audience, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm super excited. I have something here that I want to show you. It's a collection. It's a collection of all the great things to be found in the life of someone who does not know the Lord. That's right. If you do not know the Lord, here's all the great stuff that could be true in your life. I keep it in this box right here. I keep it in this, whoops. Oh, bear with me. I thought I kept it in that box, but I guess I don't. Oh, I know, that's right. I keep it in this tube. That's right. Here it is. Take a look. This tube is full of all of the great and wonderful things a person has in life if that person does not know the Lord. Oh, it's not in the tube. It's I need to start over again. Something's wrong here. I thought I kept everything in. I thought I kept it in this box, but I guess I didn't. I thought I kept it in the tube, but obviously well, you know, actually, I do keep those things in this tube, because when you stop and think about it, people who do not know the Lord really don't have great things in their lives. Now, at the moment, they may be happy and they may feel like life is going pretty well, but when you consider the fact that sooner or later everybody leaves this world, we all die, the statistic is 1 out of 1, and if you don't know the Lord, nothing in this world is anything you can take with you. I guess we could say people who do not know the Lord really do not have anything to be excited about. No eternal hope for them. No power of God in their life to help them overcome their problems. Basically, their life may be, I guess we could say their life's like a big illusion. Whatever they think they have that's going on that's good, sooner or later is going to be lost and gone. So, whether it be the tube or the box, I guess this is a collection of what people have if they don't know the Lord. So let's change our tune. What if instead I had a collection of all the things, or at least maybe not all the things, because I couldn't possibly have that big of a collection, but at least I had a collection of things that remind us of what people who do know the Lord have in their lives. Would it be different? Take a look. There it is in this box. A collection of things that remind us of what we have if we know the Lord. Oh, it's in the tube. Bear with me. It must be in the... Well, you know, there are people who say that Christians really do not have anything different going on for them than non-believers. They don't see any value in being a Christian. But they don't understand that one of the first great things that a Christian has in his life is a knowledge of God's love and the reality of God's love that has come to him and can work through his life to others. That's a marvelous thing. And of course, those who are believers really do have joy. And I'm not clowning around when I talk about this. I mean, it's happiness. One of the fruits of having the Spirit of God in your life is joy. So those who say, oh, there's nothing there, there's nothing to being a Christian, they don't understand. For example, it's possible to have a truly fruitful life. A life where there's fulfillment, a life where there's purpose, a life where there's meaning. Those who know the Lord have a changed life in the sense that old things have passed away and all things have become new. Just like how a caterpillar turns into a butterfly. A Christian is someone with a life that's been transformed so they can experience spiritual victory. This is a great truth. This is a truth that we would like to share with all the nations. Because it doesn't matter who you are, what you are, where you're from, where you live. The love of God applies to your life, and the reality of the Christian life can be a blessed reality for you. Let's take the message around the world. Oh, and by the way, did I mention it is a fruitful life? It is a life wherein we can live in a way that is productive, a way that really matters. So don't let somebody tell you that the Christian life is a life not worth living, because it is abundantly and wonderfully worth living. I'm running out of space to put all this stuff. It is a life wherein we know about the promises of God. A rainbow reminds me of God's promise. The things that God has said that He will do for us, they give us confidence in times of challenge, in times of stress, in times of struggle. It looks like this big rainbow of color is just going to go on and on and on. Sooner or later it will end, but we know the promises of God are everlasting in their scope, and God always keeps His word. Look at that, more and more and more. He always does what He says He is going to do. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Christian life is not an empty life, but rather it is the greatest thing in the universe to know the Lord. And there are more blessings involved in being a Christian than I could ever enumerate. The important thing right now is to ask you the question, are you a Christian? Have you invited Jesus Christ into your life and come to know the power and blessings of God as a personal reality? Now that's a lesson. I just do want to comment. Normally I have a 36-inch Jesus silk. This is the last thing I bring out of this. It is the final thing. I say the greatest thing is having Christ Himself in your life. But right now that Jesus silk is packed in a show trunk for another event I'm doing, so I went ahead and presented it without that and just thought I'd mention to you that I usually include that in. Obviously there are other production items you could use as well, but this seems to be enough to make the point. Another thing is typically once I start the second part of this presentation, where I'm talking about what we do have in our lives as Christians, I have some really upbeat music start in the background. It kind of kicks in and it adds to the energy and the emotion that I want to convey about how exciting it is to be a Christian. So that's it, showing the prop empty. The premise for that is I'm trying to show you all the things you have if you don't know the Lord, and of course there's nothing to see because there's really nothing in that life that's going to stand the test of time and eternity. And then of course when we say now I'm going to show you what does represent knowing the Lord, well at first it seems empty again because some people don't see the blessings of knowing the Lord, but then we actually make the production to say yes, it is the greatest thing in the universe to be a Christian. So that's how I use the square circle. I think almost any model of square circle works fine. You don't need to have the specific version I have, but do review this video and watch how I handled it. I didn't simply rely on the basic illusion principle that the square circle is built on. I also apply handling, doing a number of things to make it very, very convincing that there's nothing here, and yet there's something wonderful here. That's it. Dwayne Laughlin for the Gospel Magic YouTube channel.